This is Terry Kurtz On-Line reporting on Victor Valley, High Desert, and Mojave River Valley events, activities, entertainment, sports, and history.
High fashion on display and entirely appropriate and timely for Mother's Day. The Raw Beauty Artistry Mother-Daughter Fashion Show at the Apple Valley Inn, First Friday, High Desert. For the youngest models, their first time up and down the runway. What's your name?
Lexi, Liliana, Kaylee.
What are you going to be doing tonight, Lexi Ross? What are you girls?
A fashion show.
Oh, really?
Well, we're here for First Friday. They've got the Vegas Stiletto and Raw Artistry is doing a mother-daughter fashion show.
Now, how many times has the daughter performed in this venue?
Well, my child, this is my baby right here, she has never. This is her first time.
So you're Lexi's sister? Who's the older one? I'll bet Lexi's the older one.
Nope.
You're the older one?
No.
Okay, she's the older one.
No.
No.
We're the same
one?
size.
How special is this for the moms?
I think it's fun because this is the first time I get to do something like this with my baby. So
Raw Beauty Artistry's team of cosmetologists, hairstylists, and artists go all out in preparing the models to look and feel their best.
I'm a licensed cosmetologist, so I specialize in hair, makeup, and nails.
I am a makeup artist.
Tell me what your specialty is. What do you like best about what you do?
Every part of it. It's just a passion.
We do hair and makeup for photo shoots and for weddings and bridal events and any function that needs hair and makeup. What I like most about it is being creative.
What part do you like best?
Their reaction when they see themselves.
But I just like making all the models feel beautiful.
Raw Beauty Artistry's team of makeup artists and dancers return to the Apple Valley Inn to perform May 31st.
Terry Kurtz On-Line was brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road. Bid fast and last. World-class auctioneers. Solid quality truck body. Family owned and operated since 1954. The Bradco Companies, our area's longest standing full-service commercial brokerage firm. Ewanzak Law Firm. Trial lawyers for serious problems. We Got 'em Tees. Your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville. The Holiday Inn, conference and convention center for the High Desert and destination of choice of visitors and travelers to the Victor Valley. The half-empty or half-full scenario opens this analysis of our region's economy in this message to Bradco clientele.
My name's Joseph W. Brady. I'm proud to be the president of the Bradco Companies here in Victorville. And this video is being produced and will be sent out by Latrice LJ. So the LJ is her nickname here, Johnson. She's our quasi office manager, marketing director, person that just does a whole lot of stuff. I want her to send out this video for a multitude of reasons. I'm recording this on Tuesday, April 11th. I'm recording it late in the afternoon prior to attending as vice president of board of trustees at Victor Valley College, our board meeting. So I'm very, very proud to have been at the college now for 12 years. I've won four successful elections. But I know that many of you have been calling our office over the last couple of months, and you're very concerned about where the economy is. And I share your concern, but let me kind of take you through and talk about in the next 10 minutes how the glass is half full and how it's not half empty. So the High Desert, or what we call the High Desert, the cities of Adelanto, Apple Valley, Barstow, Hesperia, and Victorville, comprise the High Desert, and we now call it the Mojave River Valley. So there's a High Desert in the Antelope Valley. There's one over in Joshua Tree. There's a High Desert up in Oregon. There's a High Desert in Arizona. So a group of business people, including the renowned managing member of Terra Verde, who's developing the Silverwood Project, John O'Hadian, and us have come together, and we're renaming it the Mojave River Valley. So everything we print, our letterhead now has that. So I want to take you on a little trip to help you understand that, yes, Gas prices are going to go on up to probably, I see it in Southern California, probably reaching $5.50 a gallon during the summer. I think we've had very poor national energy policies since we've had our new president, and now that the Saudis have come on in. It has a huge impact not only in our market here, but most of the people that work here leave to go somewhere else. So we have about 90,000 people a day that risk their lives to go down below to put food on the table. We have probably, I would say, another 10,000 that go anywhere from the Marine Corps Logistics Base in Barstow to Fort Irwin to Edwards Air Force Base to the Antelope Valley working at Plant 42. So you have a lot of people that gas prices have a huge impact. Interest rates are up. I think the feds are going to have to adjust 2 more times, and then hopefully that will slow inflation down. But I don't believe that inflation carries at 6 or 8%. I mean, the thing I've used as an example is Deb likes a good filet. And the one thing we work hard for is to travel and to eat well. And the fillets that we used to buy in restaurants, good restaurants, were running $45, okay, for a nice 8 ounce. Today they're $60. That's not the last time I checked. That's not a 8% increase. That's more, that's more like a 20% increase. So you've got the inflationary factors, you've got gas prices, you've got interest rates, and you've got people somewhat nervous. I mean, what happened with Silicon Valley Bank? Okay, what happened with First Republic? So let me share with you as clients a little secret. Some people know about it and not. We were under an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, with a company called Marcus, M-A-R-C-U-S, Millichap, M-I-L-L-I-C-H-A-P. Marcus Millichap is a publicly held commercial real estate investment company. They are very, very successful in what they do. So they compete with CBRE, CB Richard Ellis, and Jones Lang LaSalle, and Colliers, and NAI. But they are way up there. They do some significant numbers. I was approached 5 months ago from a 20-year friend of mine, Mario Alvarez, who had left Newmark to become the regional manager for Marks & Millichap out of Ontario and to grow the Coachella Valley and the high desert. He called me on up. He said, let's have lunch. And it was an easy deal to say, I want to regrow Bradco to where it was before, but I want to regrow it better than it was before. So for some of you that have not seen this, from the period of probably 1999 to 2007, we were the dominating force here in the high desert region. We were the number one company year after year. We set sales records. In 2005, in a little office down on 7th Street at 15028 7th Street with no windows, we did $150 million in sales. We created $5 million in fee that year. So it's not that we don't know what we're doing. We don't have to be the same size that we used to be. So some of our competitors will say, well, Brady's not the same size, or Brady's building a house in Prescott, Arizona. Yes, I'm building a custom home in Prescott, Arizona. I've worked for it. I want to have a second home, but I'm not going anywhere. The reason that we were going to do the Marks & Millichap was to allow us to grow and train. I'm not very good about going out and whining and dining agents to come to work here. That's not, I did that years ago. That's not what I want to do. So that deal was fortunately and unfortunately. I think it was fortunate that 4 weeks ago Monday, Mario Alvarez and Adam Christenhoff called. We were doing our weekly call. We were literally down to all the details had been worked out. We were looking for office space. Our office lease had been up here at 12138 Industrial Boulevard. And they notified me that Marks & Millichap had put all their acquisitions across the country that Monday morning on hold. That was the Monday following the Silicon Valley bank debacle. Not surprised. We're still going to do a deal somewhere. In the next month, we will be moving sometime probably in mid-May. So we've been at 12138 Industrial Boulevard, Suite 250, for 13 years. And it's time to move. Our landlord wants to expand into that. We're moving down the street to 12402 Industrial Boulevard, Suite B6. Our mailing address will still remain the same. P.O. Box 2710, Victorville, California, 92393-2710. But I want to address you as clients, because one, we not only appreciate your business, but sometimes things get lost in the emails. So 3 great things are happening on up here right now that I think are kind of a game changer long term. The Silverwood project, which used to be called Rancho Los Flores, was entitled as Rancho Los Flores and then re-entitled under the name Tapestry, is now called Silverwood. That project is controlled and managed by a company called DMB Development. DMB Development is the largest master plan community developer in the country. They started 60 years ago when they developed Mission Viejo. They're led locally by John Ohanian. John's with a company called Terra Verde in a partnership, and so they've worked out their structure. They've brought the equity in the deal. They're building for cash right now. It's a 9,633 acre project. It has 15,633 dwelling units that are approved. They broke ground in February of 2022. They have moved 10 million cubic yards of dirt so far in the preparation of their first 1,987 lots. That's about half the size of Spring Valley where I live. They hope to have the model complex open by May or June of 2024. They have 6 national builders that they have selected to have 6 different products, and it will be by far the nicest master plan community anywhere in Southern California that there is. So I'm excited for future generations. It's over off of Ranchero Road. It's right at Avenue I. There'll be 3 ways to get out. There'll be Ranchero direct to I-15. It's about an 8-mile jaunt, or you'll be able to take Santa Fe down to 138, or you'll be able to take Summit. You'll be able to take Silverwood Parkway through their project down to 138. So that's a real deal. That's now moving forward, and they're not stopping. The second thing is a project called Brightline. For those of you that have been investing in the high desert for as many years I've been out here, 35 years ago when I first came out here, it was probably 33 years ago, that there was a proposed speed train called Maglev, and Maglev was going to go from Anaheim to Las Vegas. I don't know how it was going to get there because Burlington Northern owned the railroad. Well, many deals since then, from Express West to the Marnell brothers to, Terry, we were interviewed 15 years ago to do the acquisition for the guys that own the M Hotel, the Marnell brothers in Vegas. But so the new deal is called Brightline, and Brightline brought out a company called Express West, and that is a real deal. So the original plan 4 years ago was to go just from Apple Valley, California to Las Vegas direct, and that was it. But since then, they've now changed it for those that don't know, and the new Brightline, which is based out of Miami, so you can go look them up, they have a speed train that runs between Miami and West Palm Beach daily, multiple times. They've laid the track from Miami to Orlando, so they're testing that right now. So this new project, which has received all the approvals, so they have all the federal approvals, they have all the state approvals, they have all the county approvals, they have all the permits done. So everything is now done. They're just waiting for their funding. They just filled out their application, sent to the Biden administration for a sizable grant. The project is estimated to be an $8 to $10 billion project. It's estimated to create 30 to 40,000 construction jobs. I believe personally that it will hopefully be funded this year, and they will start by the end of the year. It's a design build, so it's a rather extensive project for anybody to take on. And the train will actually run through the center median. So outside of, it will start or embark. So it either starts in Vegas and works its way to Apple Valley, and then Apple Valley to Hesperia, where in Hesperia, so the Apple Valley stop is at the southeast corner of Dale Evans and I-15. They have a 264-acre site there. And then it goes back to Hesperia, where they have a site that Caltrans controls right at the V of where 395 comes together with I-15. And then from there it goes down to Ranch Cucamonga, where it ties into the Metrolink train that goes into LA, right at the Milliken. That's at the Milliken station. So they've recently signed. They've got a commitment for what they call the high-speed rail corridor with all the different unions. We just got this today, Terry, so I was really excited. So Brightline's great about keeping us apprised, and Ben and Greta. The project will create 1,000 permanent jobs. I think it's a game changer. I think it's a game changer for the Mojave River Valley. I think it's a game changer for those people that want to be able to buy an affordable home up here, be able to raise their family if they want to work down below. Also, there's four great things up here. Southern California Logistics Airport, that used to be George Air Force Base, was initially developed after it closed by Dougal Agan and his partner, Chris Downey. They sold their interest. They sold 3.4 million square feet of Class A LEED certified buildings in November of 2021 to Ken Shear and Mark Milikovich with Covington Capital. And with that, Prologis, who is the largest industrial developer in the world. So they control 1.2 billion, not million, billion square feet of space in 19 countries, and they have 6,000 corporate clients. They now control SCLA. So if you're a client of ours, or you're soon to be a new client and you haven't been out to SCLA, it's well worth driving out there. You'll see the Amazon plants, you'll see the ComAv, you'll see the former UFI building. They unfortunately went bankrupt. You'll see the Rubbermaid, Newell Rubbermaid. You'll see the Mars bars. You'll see so Mars has a chocolate facility out there in distribution. They also have the pet facility. It's really exciting. So that is huge, and they've still got another probably 40 million feet that they can build out there. And lastly, I think to put kind of the sugar on top, on October 1st of last year, this Barstow City Council, Burlington Northern Santa Fe out of Fort Worth, announced that they're moving forward on the inland port, be the largest rail yard in the entire country. There's nowhere to expand in Southern California. So they've been working on acquiring land out in Barstow for years. We were proud that we were selected by JLL out of New York to represent Walmart out of Bentonville, Arkansas, in the sale of 143 acres that we sold to BNSF. They have acquired 4,000 acres so far. They hope to be fully under construction within the next 2 years. And remember, they're working in tandem with the city of Barstow, and they've got great support from President Biden and Governor Newsom. They don't expect to have really any major issue with any of the major unions or environmental groups because of the support. This is going to create 22,000 jobs in a town that has 23,000 people. So for those that don't know, I'm also developing a project out there called the Shops of Spanish Trails. So we've been watching this for a really long time. So to answer some of your questions when you call here, is a glass half full or half empty? I think it's half full. The interest rate issue will work itself through the economy. The gas issue will work itself through politics. I mean, I imagine as we get closer to the election, we'll see gas prices drop down. I'm sure the federal government will allow more leases to be opened. Hopefully maybe the Keystone Pipeline gets done. But at the end of the day, I think the high desert has just got some great opportunities. I have predicted, and I've said this now for 18 months, that what we know today as high desert, which has about 550,000 people in, is clearly going to double in the next 20 to 25 years. I tell people not to be greedy. If you buy some and you can get a nice return, sell it. But if you're going to hold out for the last time, you'll never be able to get it because there's always another deal. Remember, we have a lot of land out there. So people, if you're trying to sell something in Atlanta and they don't think it's fair, they'll just go to Apple Valley and vice versa. So I think that there's just a great opportunity. We have 5 great cities out here. We've got 5 great councils. We've got great leadership at the county. We've got 2 great public servants in our assemblymen with Tom Lackey and with Juan Carrillo, and we have a great senator in Scott Wilkes. And we have a great congressman in Jay Obernolte. So we've got all the ingredients together, and I think we've got a great educational venue at Victor Valley Community College. So if any of you have any questions from time to time, let me know. I would also ask you as clients of our firm, especially now that the market seems to be slowing down, I don't anticipate that my competitors are going to spend anywhere near what we are in marketing. If you could just save up once a quarter, just set aside any email you get. I don't care who it's from about your property, about these syndicators, I'll buy your property for this, or a brochure from a broker. I'd like you to send it to me. Just send it to Joseph W. Brady, P.O. Box, the Bradco Company's P.O. Box 2710. I would greatly appreciate it, because I'd like to see what you're receiving, it gives me an idea of what's going on in the marketplace. So with that, summer's right around the corner. Spring is here. Today it's 83 degrees. It's absolutely gorgeous here in the high desert, Mojave River Valley. So I want to thank you for taking some time to listen to this. If you ever have any questions, feel free to give me a call. I'm at 760-951-5111, extension 101. My email, I'm going to ask Terry to put it on there. I will be out of town on a little vacation with my wife. I do emails every single day, 365 days a year. But I will be out from, I think, the 22nd and through May 4th. And then we are moving our office. So that will take place in the middle of May. So if there's a couple days that you can't get a hold of us, you can still give me a call. Text me at 760-954-4567. We'll get back to you. Thanks very much.
The grand transformation nears completion. The former Ambassador, now the Holiday Inn Hotel and Convention Center. Originally a Hilton circa late 60s, then Holiday Inn, Ramada, Ambassador, now full circle, but a Holiday Inn unlike any other anywhere. The restoration project, its completion but 6 months after launch, expedients possible only through combined coordination and cooperation between the City of Victorville, the Holiday Inn, and the developer, Pierpoint Management. Pierpoint has gone the extra mile, best demonstrated in accommodations for ADA, rooms for audio-visual impaired, ADA restrooms in suite sleeping quarters, pedestrian access poolside to the swimming pool, extra touches. Replacement of all windows includes addition of PTAC screens, 155 rooms, onto and into the community table.
Well, welcome to the community table. This is our restaurant and bar, and as you can see, we are almost there and almost complete with making sure that we are ready for breakfast, lunch, and dinner out here. We've got a wonderful team, Chef Jay and his team.
Chef Jay promises unique and outstanding cuisine, unlike anywhere else in the high desert, at affordable prices.
Mostly my life I work in a Beverly Hills area, Santa Monica, so I want to bring that cuisine to Victorville. Upscale, but great price, reasonable price, everybody can afford it. You know, come and enjoy. Basically, I want to introduce food you never seen before.
If you were to sit down and decide an order, what would you order off your menu?
I think I'm going to order everything.
Renovation of the Holiday Inn Hotel and Convention Center, Victorville, more than restoration of dining and hotel service, this is an historic and monumental tribute to the legacy of fine dining and service of the past.
We've gone through extensive renovations to return this hotel to pay tribute and homage to the past. I think what our customers are going to find is really a return to very high levels of service, quality of product, and we look forward to hosting everybody.
The San Bernardino County Fire Station 305 has launched its Large Animal Rescue Team. The Hesperia Station's Large Animal Rescue Trailer is equipped with a variety of harnesses, ropes, and flotation devices designed to rescue horses or cattle that may fall into the aqueduct, river, or down a ravine. A 400-pound realistic horse prop used for training can be manipulated at its joints for a variety of rescue scenarios. The Large Animal Rescue Team rescued 17 large animals stuck in deep mud, along with 30 medium-sized animals. It is rattlesnake season in the high desert. Here are some helpful tips on staying safe on the trails or in your yard. Wear appropriate over-the-ankle hiking boots, thick socks, and loose-fitting long pants. Never go barefoot or wear sandals when walking through off-road areas. Avoid tall grass, weeds, rocks, and heavy underbrush where rattlesnakes like to hide during the day. Watch where you step and do not put your foot in or near a crevice where you cannot see. If a fallen tree or large rock is in your path, step up on it instead of over it. Check out stumps or logs before sitting down. Do not turn over rocks or logs. If you must move a rock or log, use gloves
and roll it toward you, giving anything beneath it the opportunity to escape in the opposite direction. Never grab sticks or branches while swimming in lakes and rivers. Rattlesnakes can swim. Avoid approaching any snake you cannot positively identify as a safe species. Our Mojave green rattlers are said to have the deadliest venom of any viper. If you hear the warning rattle, move away from the area and do not make sudden or threatening movements in the direction of the rattlesnake. Remember, rattlesnakes do not always rattle before they strike. Do not handle a freshly killed rattlesnake. It can still inject venom. If bit, apply a bandage and keep calm and as still as possible. Do not cut the wound open. Do not apply a tourniquet. Don't apply ice. Don't drink alcohol or caffeine. They speed up absorption of the venom into your bloodstream. Do not elevate the bitten area above the level of your heart. Expect swelling, nausea, and possible effects of shock. Immobilize the limb. If alone and in a remote area with no cell phone reception, make your way slowly to where medical help can be contacted or you can receive attention and assistance. You should try to be receiving medical treatment within a half hour of being bitten. San Bernardino County Museum announces the 2023 dates for its Cosmic Nights astronomy-themed evening events in partnership with the San Bernardino Valley Amateur Astronomers and at the Victor Valley Museum in Apple Valley. Cosmic Nights in Apple Valley will be Friday, June 23rd and Saturday, August 26th. The evenings feature telescope viewing and an opportunity to discuss astronomy with telescope operators. The Bureau of Land Management has awarded 2 grants totaling almost $5 million to accelerate the training and placement of excess wild horses and burros into private care. These grants are part of the BLM's efforts to encourage more adopters to give a wild horse or burro a good home. The Adoption Incentive Program provides up to $1,000 to adopt an untrained wild horse or burro from the BLM. The goal of the program is to reduce BLM's recurring costs to care for unadopted and untrained wild horses and burros while helping to enable the BLM to confront a growing overpopulation of wild horses and burros on fragile public rangelands. Thanks to its Adoption Incentive Program and the online corral, the BLM has doubled the rate of private care placement over the last 5 years.
Terry Kurtz On-Line was brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville. Down Home Grill.
Kids' $3 menu includes grass-fed cheeseburger, organic chicken tenders, grilled cheese with fries and berries, or salad and drink.
Call 760-241-4663 for delivery. Drive-through, curbside, or pickup. Down Home Grill, corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road in Victorville. Bid fast and last. World-class auctioneers. Bid fast and last. Liquidation of government entities, vehicles, firearms, estates, antiques, fine jewelry, coins, and more. Bid online at bidfastandlast.com.
Ready to kick tires, start fires, kick ass, take names, and rock and roll.
Valu Quality Truck Bodies. Family owned and operated locally since 1954. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. Valu Quality Truck Bodies, proudly showcasing teams, athletes, and youth-oriented activities. The Bradco Companies. Joseph W. Brady's Bradco Companies. The high desert Mojave River Valley's longest-standing commercial brokerage firm. Bradco, leading efforts to improve the quality of life and standard of living for all residents throughout our high desert region.
Serious legal problem? Don't go it alone. The other guys have attorneys just waiting to blow you away. Contact Iwanzak. Iwanzak Law Firm. Trial lawyers for serious problems.
Silverwood presents this online report. The developers of the Silverwood Master Planned Community support the events, youth activities, and programs of our high desert Mojave River Valley communities.
We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery designs. We Got 'em, official CIF sanctioned Chanel patches for varsity jackets. We Got 'em Tees since 1984. 2 locations, Apple Valley and Upland. Oh yeah, We Got 'em Tees. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville. The Holiday Inn, conference and convention center for the high desert and destination of choice of visitors and travelers to the Victor Valley. That's a wrap on this edition of Terry Kurtz On-Line. On behalf of Victor Valley Television Productions, thank you for watching. We hope to see you again next time around.